so it is now 9 days until we're moving out, and I thought I would make the next update in the moving out / homeware haul saga. So let me show you what just came through the post. I just got this chopping board. Like, how gorgeous is that? It's made from recycled wood, which I love. It has been stained, so the bottom of it is like a light wood colour, but it is so beautiful. It's by an Etsy store called Scottish Collective. I will link it down below. But really nice. It's not too heavy, it's like a good weight, and yeah, beautifully finished. Absolutely love this. And the other thing that came through the post today, so far, because I know that DPD are coming today as well, is these. Inside here are 10 black beauty. They're a type of stick insect, so I'm going to put them in with my Malaysian jeweled ones because they eat the same thing and need the same conditions. So here's how the setup is looking. I thought this little guy had died yesterday. I left him in there because he was looking a bit, yeah, he wasn't looking great, but I didn't want to disturb him, and actually he looks like he is still alive. Either that or he is quite old. And the other one is there on the side, and then the baby one is down there. But obviously this is a massive enclosure just for 3 stick insects, especially as 2 of them are old. So yeah, I've got all this privet in there. I bought 10 sprigs of privet. There's 9 of them in there, and 1 of them is up there to plant in our garden when we move in. But I'm going to put the black beauties in, so maybe I can put my camera in there. We'll try. I don't particularly want to get too much dirt on my camera. And I have to be careful because the jeweled insects, some of them do fly. Especially that one over there. This one down here, who's looking a bit ropey. Are you okay, my friend? No, he's definitely alive. He's like crawling around now. Perhaps he's shedding or something. These are the black ones. Amazing way of shipping them. Never seen this before, where they've put the stem of the plant out of here with a little water like area so that the privet stays nice and moist. So the privet stays nice and watered and they get some food. So there should be 10 of them in here. Take the mesh off. I don't believe these ones are going to be old enough to fly yet. Here's one of them. And then in there should be 10, so I'm just going to count them. Okay, so now all 10 of them are in there. There's one there. One there. And they are like jet black, but they will develop red wings. So a bit like this one's wings aren't great. She kind of came like this, but her wings are like bright red, and these ones should have the same sort of colour. Oh, that one's giving its little antennae a clean. Can you see that? Oh my god, it's so cute. Giving itself a little wash. Okay, so it's now 7 more sleeps until we move. I did film a bit yesterday about my chopping board, and oh, my new insects, who, let me show you. I've had to add this light because the privet was dying, but the insects are doing absolutely fine. They're just chilling out all over the place, and they're getting on well with the other ones. Yeah, I did go to Asda yesterday and get like some glasses and some like pans and pots and jazz, but all of those I have already packed up at my house. So I'll show you the bits that I've got here. Over here are 2 vivariums that came today. The boxes were kind of damaged. I would not have bothered looking in them. I would have just assumed they were okay, but Mike was like, no, we need to look in, and they have snapped. The wood has clean snapped in half. So annoyingly, because tonight is New Year's Eve, I can't obviously call them tonight. They're shut tomorrow. They're shut for the weekend. So I'm not going to be able to call them until Monday, which is like 5 days away. And then is only like a few days until we move. So that is rather frustrating. So going to move on from that because that just really annoyed me. But some things we got today. Went to the garden centre and just got a plant pot for this plant here, which I got from IKEA. It just definitely needs a bit of a bigger pot. Jim is doing fine. Mike's mantis is doing excellent. I did also get some replacement feathers because of this beautiful owl that I got in the sale has lost a few of its feathers, so got some replacement feathers came through the post today. A couple of like black pizza trays which I got off of Amazon. Then let me move these. We bought this full black metal like drying rack. We had that other one for knives and forks, so we don't need this like plasticky one, but yeah, got that to go on the sink. Got some larger frames from Asda. I believe these were maybe £1.50 each. And then we got 10 of these little frames, which were 2 for £1.50. So got loads of photos printed so they can go in there. Steve is living here at the moment. Not sure what Steve is up to, but he's here at the moment just because my car's full of other stuff. Our placemats came, and I did get the matching coasters yesterday, but they're at my house. But here are our placemats. A bit random, I know, but they're very well, they're the same make, very similar to the ones which Mike has at his house and has had like growing up and stuff. So we wanted to kind of bring a bit of like our everyday like normalness to the house, and for us that's these strange cat plates. Now, something I did order was like 30 doilies because I just love doilies so much. So these are all the random ones I got. And then this pile, which as you can see, that's like so thick, there's loads in here. This pile are all just beautiful, regular looking doilies. They're all old, vintage, reused, recycled. Lots of them have been handmade. Absolutely beautiful, but I really wanted black ones. So I got this Dylon black dye off of Amazon. I think the dye was about £2. And I've weighed this, and this comes to 250 grams, so I just need one packet. The other ones I'm just going to leave, see how it comes out, but I'm going to have a go at dyeing my doilies now. Dyeing my doilies. Okie dokie, so I didn't film like all the process of doing it just because I was a bit nervous and I just wanted to like focus exactly on what it told me to do rather than on my camera, but I can tell you what I have done so far. I filled this washing up bowl with 6 litres of warm water. It said around 40 degrees, so I just put the hot tap on, basically let it run for a bit, then filled it up with 6 litres. Then I put the doilies in, which I had already kind of soaked them and made them damp. It said to wash it, but honestly it's not like a t-shirt or whatever. They were quite clean anyway, so I just kind of made them damp, put them in there, and then added 10 teaspoons of salt. It just says salt, so I just use like kitchen salt. Stirred it together, and then in the Pyrex dish I put 500 litres of warm water, and then emptied this sachet, which was like, I don't know why I thought it was going to be liquid, it was like a powder. Mixed it together in there. I didn't mix it fully, which is the only annoying thing, because when I poured it into here there were still clumps of this like powder at the bottom, so hopefully it's okay. It then says to make sure everything's fully submerged and then stir every 15 minutes for 45 minutes. I stirred non-stop for 15 minutes just because of those bits that were like powdery, but you can kind of, well, hopefully see that when I lift up the doilies, they are pretty black. Now when I just put dye on the spoon, it does look more like of a deep blue, which I had before when I dyed. I did one of these Dylon dyes, but a washing machine one, and I was dyeing some jeans and a pair of shoes, and it worked really well, but I remember it looked blue. But from the doilies which are in there that I can see, they are definitely black. So 28 minutes left, so I'm just going to give it a bit more of a stir, and then let it be for a bit, and then stir it a bit more and just see how it goes. Okay, so I've just rinsed them out. It took forever, but they are all now black, and I'm so pleased with how they turned out. They look so cool. So what I'm going to do is just lay them out on a towel to dry, and then I'll show you them all up close. Okay, so I've laid them out on the towel, and then there's just a couple hanging over there, so that I can see them all, but I'll give you a quick sort of look at them. Obviously they're going to look slightly different when they're dry and against a slightly lighter background. So they're all slightly different shapes. There's longer ones, kind of small ones which are kind of more for like coaster kind of things, circle ones of the roses. I love this one, really intricate. Looks like it's got little bats in it as well, and hopefully it won't take too long. It says to air dry, not to use any heat, and to keep out of the sunlight. Okay, so it's now New Year's Day, the 1st of January, so I thought I would finish off this little bit of the vlogging process before we go on to the weekend. We're going to go to Sainsbury's tomorrow for our kind of regular shop, but what's kind of weird about it is that we're going to be buying stuff that we'll need for the house because it's our last shop before we move, which is very odd. But I thought I'd just show you the last kind of few bits. So first up, I made this little, well, I didn't make it, I decorated this plant pot that I got the other day, put like a little sleeping bag on. I literally just used a brown Sharpie, an orange Sharpie and a gold Sharpie, but it came out kind of almost like black in colour. So that is the little one, which I think I'm going to put my money tree in. And then the bigger one has a bat, that is not a bat, that is an owl. Has an owl in it, has like a kind of cute little bat, same kind of concept really, with the spider webs around the top. So I've decorated those so I can plant my plants in them. Mike has fixed my owl that I got like on sale, and basically bought, you can see which feathers they are, but bought those feathers from, was it eBay? Yeah. And just kind of fixed his wings because his wings were a little bit broken, so he is sorted now. And then my doilies have dried, much to Mike's excitement, as you can tell. And so I'll show you each of my doilies. Here is a white one, just to kind of show Mike where I would maybe put doilies. But I will collect them all up. You can see they're all here, they've been drying, I've changed the towel and stuff, and I can show you each of those. Okay, so what's kind of cool about all the doilies is that they came out in different like shades of black. So some of them are darker, some are lighter, but they're all black basically. So I thought I'd show you the different ones. So there is this one, and you can definitely see the patterns a lot better now that they are black. So there's that one, which I thought would be quite nice like on the table. And there is kind of a smaller one that goes with it. And then there was a bigger one that is kind of, they feel like they're made out of the same material, like they've been made by the same person. This one, which is like longer. Definitely was another one, yeah. More middle-sized one. That one's still a little bit damp. It's been about 24 hours and it's still slightly damp to touch. There were a couple smaller ones, which they are the same shade of black as the ones I've just shown you. So they go kind of nicely together. And this little one too. If I put them together, you can see difference in size, and this one is slightly lighter, or this one's a darker black. This one, which I'm not a big fan of the rose in the middle, but I love kind of the spidery outside to it. So I think when there's like a plant pot or something in the middle and you can't see that rose, it's gonna look really cool. These ones I am not, well, I like the outside of it loads. The inside, actually, you can tell now that it's been dyed, is a fabric that has like leaves, like a little leaf patch on it. The only thing is I've noticed also now that it's dyed that it has got a rip there, but that won't take long to fix. This one's similar to the ones I showed you at the beginning. Another long one. And again, similar to the ones I showed you at the beginning. I love this. I'd say this is more like a classic doily. Another big one, which should go like on a kitchen table or something. And then I love this one. It's the most intricate, like thin, detailed one we have. I think it just looks like a ton of little spiders. Again, this one's another quite intricate one. Definitely like a different vibe this one has, and it dyed a really dark black. And then last off, I have these ones, which, oh hang on, I've got this one that I'm not the biggest fan of. It's kind of like a massive black bit of fabric with doiling around the outside. I'm not the biggest fan of this one. Then the last three I think are all made by the same person, but they've all got a different kind of look to them. So this one has the black material, is actually slightly polka dotted. I'm not sure how well that turns up, but with like a really frilly outside. And this kind of looks like fishnet. So I think again, it will look really cool when there's something big in the middle. This one again has that circle. It's a bit of a smaller one, but the frilling is not quite as frilly. Then this one is mental. It's like a tiny circle and then loads of the fishnet around it. So yeah, again, could kind of put it on something, could almost like make it into some kind of like a headdress. There's that one. And then right at the bottom there was one more of the little coaster ones. So those are all of the doilies which I got off of eBay, and then I dyed them all black, and now they're ready to be distributed around our house once we are in. So yeah, that's kind of everything for this video. I'm really pleased with how the doilies came out. It was really inexpensive just to buy like second-hand doilies and some dye, and like looking at kind of buying black or like Gothic, like specifically made more modern doilies are really expensive, whereas these were really cheap and the dye wasn't much either, and a really quick and easy, like foolproof DIY to do. But I think it will just make everything look a bit more like spooky, like even with you know, like anything can go on them. I don't know why these are what I have to hand, but like anything can go on it and it just like makes it look a bit more like cute and spooky. So yeah, really pleased with these. It's now a week to go until we move in. So yeah, going shopping to Sainsbury's tomorrow just to get like basic stuff. We've got all of our glasses and everything. I will look in the homeware section though, because sometimes they have some good homeware sales around this time in Sainsbury's. Also need to go to Argos to get a salt and pepper grinder, which is very exciting. But yeah, getting there, really excited. And I'll make sure to carry on these vlogs if you guys are enjoying them. I know they're a bit random, but some of them may give you ideas for your own homes or future homes. But yeah, super fun. So thank you very much for watching. If you do have any questions, comments, please leave them down below if it's anywhere you are. I hope you're enjoying the shade, and I will see you next time. Bye.